Hello, fellow YouTubers. Trouble8385 here with another pickups video. I know, quick turnaround. But anyway, one of the things I mentioned last time was how for 20 bucks my wife got that multi-adapter that charges a PSP, another one charges a DS, and another one charges a DSi and an XXL. All three can be charged at the same time. What I didn't know until she told me was not only does it plug into the outlet in the wall at your house, it also can plug into your car. So it can charge all three in your car also. So she got a multitask charger. Anyway, so before I get to the stuff I got today, tell you a little story about it. My wife was looking on Craigslist and she saw this listing for a PSP, as I mentioned before, and some games, and he had a price for it. And I'm not going to tell you the price till we're done. And so, okay, he said, okay, Sunday, a certain park in the town we live in, between 12 and 2 o'clock. So we get there today a hair after noon, and I've never been to this park before actually. So my son was with us so he could play, and so there's a kid park in there, and there's a other stuff that's locked off, like a baseball place, must be for softball during the summer, that's locked up, and then there's a skateboard park, which I actually never, I didn't know there's a skateboard park, but there's a skateboard park there. So we get there at 12. My Bears versus the Cowboys, my Bear team was playing. So we go to the park, little park, let my son play for a while. 12:30 goes by. He's done with that. I was running around with him. Still can fit through those slides, but Daddy's getting a little bit bigger. It's gonna be one of those times where I'm gonna get stuck. And so my wife and my son go sit down at the skateboard park, and I go check the score of the Bear game. They're winning. Like, that's cool. So I shut it off. Go sit with them for another half hour. And my wife decides to text the guy back saying, "Hey man, we're gonna stay here till 1:30. If you don't show up at 1:30, we're gonna leave." So about 5 minutes later, he texts us back. We go back to the kid place to let my son play. And of course, when he was at the skateboard park, by the way, he's wanted to skateboard. Told me he wasn't old enough. That'll work for a little while. So anyway, I'm there and he's playing. She get a text from him saying he wasn't near his phone, and then he'll be there before we leave. And so he said he had to get the games there. He didn't know if all the games had cases, and that was fine. And so he texts her back right before he says, "I'll be there, I'm leaving now." He gets there 2 minutes later. The kid actually walked from wherever he lives at. He lives near the park, and he's just a teenager. These are in great conditions, quite frankly, for a teenage boy, quite frankly. So anyway, I got him, paid him the money. Anyway, let me show you what I got. Well, the first thing I obviously got was a PSP 1000. The only thing wrong with this PSP is that the little analog stick has been broken off. It's not a biggie to fix. I know he said GameStop could fix it. Probably call him just to see what the price is for the heck of it. But I can buy it really cheap on eBay, and I'll probably fix it myself. So right now when you put a game in, the menu just keeps scrolling because of whatever position this thing's stuck in. But this does work. I tried it out. The games that I got for it were SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, MLB, Madden 06, NBA Live 06. I'm assuming this was the year he actually got the system, because they're all NCAA Football 07. And last but not least, the game I'm really excited to try, Lord of the Rings Tactics. And it also, hold on there now, you also got the sleeve for the PSP and a carrying case for the games themselves. Now you're asking, how much did I pay for all this? Well, originally he listed on Craigslist for 40 bucks, but my wife talked him down to 30. And 30 bucks for all the games and the carrying case, and actually the sleeve itself was worth the price. If the PSP happened to not work, it was no big deal, considering how cheap everything was. But it works. All the games work. I tried them all out. Had to be charged, of course. But let me tell you a funny story I'm going to tell you. PSP, if somebody didn't know, this should actually be called the Portable System of Gen, or the PS3 should be called the System of Gen, because my wife, this is a joke, because my wife was looking through the PlayStation magazine the other day, and she was like, "Well, why isn't that game coming out? Why isn't that game coming out for the PlayStation? Why isn't it coming out for my system?" And I was joking there, saying it's a System of Gen. So that's just a running joke I tell her. So anyway, so that's all the games I got for this video, guys. So till my next one.